Well, I've decided to turn my camera on to just show you this Clover that I'm caught behind, who clearly needs lane keep assistance technology, even though he's driving 35 miles an hour on a road with a 55 mile an hour speed limit. I drive this road every day. It is something you could literally do with your knees, no joke, and easily keep your vehicle in the lane. But this guy has great difficulty doing it. Let's see how widely he cuts this turn as we approach it. Here we go. Clover. Oh, I bet he goes right onto the shoulder. Watch. Oh, yes. Good thing there isn't a bicycle there. I mean, is it that challenging, really? You know, I often mock lane keep assistance technology because, from my point of view, I have no difficulty whatever keeping my vehicle in the lane, even if it's a huge vehicle like this 2025 Ford F-250 Super Duty that I'm driving. And look at that. Look at him. The guy's driving a little Tacoma. And the guy can't keep the thing. I mean, he literally just wandered across the lane. God, it's a good thing there wasn't a motorcycle or a car coming the other way when this dude did that. So, you know, maybe he really does need the lane keep assistance technology, which I guess his Tacoma doesn't have. But it's because of people like this, I suppose, that they put their lane keep assistance technology and all the rest of it into it, because there's this element out there that just can't drive. I mean, I'm talking about, this is a basic foundational skill. If you can't keep your car in the lane, particularly in a curve, a blind curve, when other traffic might be coming the other direction, you've got absolutely zero business driving a motor vehicle. Now, an interesting facet of this to me is that I bet this guy I bet he's sober. I bet he's not under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And so if I were a cop, let's say, and I pulled the guy over, I could not cite this guy for impaired driving, in the sense that, you know, you're drunk or you're high on drugs or something like that. And it's really outrageous, because this guy is clearly more of a threat to other people than somebody who has some beer in him and who can keep his vehicle in the lane, and who's actually a competent driver, irrespective of the fact that he had a couple of beers with supper. You know, I know it's horrendously politically incorrect to say this, but someone like myself, who is a good driver, can have a few beers and still be quite competent and safe behind the wheel of a car. You wouldn't know that I'd had any drinks, because I know how to drive, and I can keep my vehicle in between the lines, and I can pay attention to what's going on and respond appropriately. Hopefully I'm going to get an opportunity here to get around this Clover. Do I? Yes, thank God. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we get a look at him and see. It was an old guy. Old guy. Now, you know, I'm no longer a young guy, but so I'm not disparaging older people here. The point, though, is, old or young, if you can't drive, maybe you ought not to. You know, I really believe that that guy behind me that I just passed is an example of somebody whose keys ought to be taken away from them. And I know we live in this entitlement society where people think, oh, but then they won't be able to live independently. Oh, they won't be able to go to the store. Well, yes, so what? Too bad. You know, if it's this disconnect. Like, at the same time, people who say that will say, we can't tolerate people who've had any drinks to be on the road, irrespective of their ability, irrespective of whether they're perfectly capable of controlling their vehicle. There's like zero tolerance for that, but there's endless tolerance for people who are inept and who can't do basic things in a car. Basic competences like keep your car in its lane, park a car, merge with traffic, stuff like that. I just feel like if you can't do that, it's time to take the bus, time to have somebody else drive you somewhere if you need to go somewhere. And, you know, it's the right thing to do for yourself and for other people. Anyway, more over at epautos.com. I hope you'll swing by and join the conversation there, and we'll catch up with you again soon.